The end of an era is finally upon us, and if you haven't heard by now, the Wii U and Nintendo 3DS eShops and online and all of that officially will be done. Online for those systems will be over with, so no more Pokemon games online, no more whatever you were playing, no more Splatoon on the Wii U. It's all over with after Monday. And you know, it's bittersweet. A lot of people, you know, miss those eras. The 3DS was one of my favorite systems of all time. The Wii U, I love the Wii U, but I can admit that the Wii U was not the best time for Nintendo. But if you've been seeing online recently, apparently people were thinking that the Wii U was way better than we give it credit for, and that Switch owners are just haters, because apparently, according to some people, apparently the Wii U was a golden era for Nintendo. And me personally, I golden where? I don't remember that. I remember the hate. I remember the failures of what the Wii U brought because of the lack of games, lack of other things. But we can talk about that today. It was the Wii U better than the Switch, apparently, because that's the question that's going on the internet right now. Was the Wii U a better system than the Switch? And I'm a spoiler alert, no. Come on now, come on. Spoiler alert, no. But did the Wii U do some cool things? I think they did. Did they do some things better than the Switch? Let's see. What do you think in the comment section? Were you a Wii U fan? Are you a Switch fan? Do you like the Wii U more than the Switch, or vice versa? I do want to know, because apparently there's a lot of people on social media right now saying that the Wii U was a better time than the Switch. And I don't know how I feel about that. For those who may not know, because a lot of people skipped this little generation of Nintendo, the Nintendo Wii U released in late 2012. It was also Nintendo's first console to support HD graphics, and its primary controller was the gamepad with the touchscreen and the D-pad and all the other stuff. The Wii U was also backwards compatible to the Wii, and you can use the Wii remotes, the nunchuck, the balance board, the Nintendo Classic controllers, the Wii U Pro controller. One thing that it had going for it, but also that same thing is the reason it probably failed. People didn't really know what it was. Marketing for this system was very poor, and there was no really distinguishing factor to let you know, like, hey, this is a different console than the Wii. Most people thought it was a Wii with a tablet, and that's why a lot of people didn't buy it, because they didn't know what it was. They thought they were just getting an upgrade, but it was way more than that. Also, we got to be honest that the launch games for this system was pretty weak. While it did release in November 2012, all we got was New Super Mario Bros. U, Nintendo Land, which is pretty cool, Ninja Gaiden for those who want to annoy people, and Sing Party. That, along with the gamepad's short battery life, not really being used to its advantage, and again, we just didn't really know what it was, and that was marketing's fault. And it only sold about 13 million consoles, which was looked at as a failure, and honestly it was. Now, people these days are saying that there were a lot of things that were good about it, and I agree. I did have a Wii U. The main problem with the Wii U is that, again, I said this earlier, nobody really knew what it was. Marketing was poor. If you go back and look at some of the commercials and things, it was like, oh, that's another Wii.
We'll make this quick.
Family time's dropping fast, people.
Boo!
Time to upgrade to Wii U.
With Wii U, we can play Super Mario 3D World.
Find secrets with the Wii U gamepad.
And did we mention togetherness?
Just check out the simulation.
Whoa.
I look good.
Look at that. Yeah, I look like I've been upgraded.
Because so much of your Wii stuff, which is, in hindsight, that's pretty cool that I can use my old system stuff. I can play my old system games. I don't have to buy new controllers, just this one gamepad, and still use this new system. But people didn't know that. And when you go from a casual market, like, we really catered to a bunch of casual people, and there were games for the gamers, but also it was a great machine for casuals. So when you show the world a new Wii U, oh, I already got a Wii at the house, I don't need that. And I know a lot of people thought like that. And again, when you look at the games that came out compared to the Switch, a lot of people were saying that the Wii U had plenty of games every 6 months. But let me show you this list. Like, if you want to compare lists and releases, like I said earlier, 2012, you didn't get much. And then you go to the Nintendo Switch list of, these are first party games, by the way. These are first party games. 2017 already had more. 2018 already more. 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023. Ain't no way you can say that the Wii U had way more games, or they had more original games, or they had games every 6 months, when honestly and truly, we didn't get a lot. 2012, the bright spots, Nintendo Land, which was very fun. Again, I think the Wii U was strong with things of creativity. Nintendo Land was one of those games. New Super Mario Bros. U. Then you go 2013. Lego City Undercover was fire, I'm not gonna lie to you. But Pikmin 3, cool. New Super Luigi U, that was a dope year, period, when a whole bunch of Luigi games, Luigi focused games were coming out that year, the year of Luigi. Again, Nintendo was still being creative. The Wonderful 101 is dope. The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker HD, and that goes to a problem that a lot of people thought about, was there wasn't an original Zelda game. Now, me personally, I'm happy about this. Like me, when I saw this Wind Waker HD, give me that. I need that. I need that. Wii U Party, nobody cared. Super Mario 3D World definitely was a good game. Then 2014, Wii Fit U, pretty dope. Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, probably one of the best Donkey Kong games that came out. Mario Kart 8, which is still selling today. And let me be honest about Mario Kart 8. While it was cool, the Switch version is definitely better. They added so much more stuff. They added a battle mode. The Wii U did start Mario Kart 8 success, but most of its success definitely came from the Switch. Hyrule Warriors was cool. We got Bayonetta 2 and Super Smash Bros. For Wii U, Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. This was probably the best year, or one of the best years for the Wii U, and you can make an argument with that year being pretty great, and it was. But then 2015 came. Kirby and the Rainbow Curse, cool. Mario Party 10, Splatoon, a W. Super Mario Maker, a W. Art Academy was cool. New Super Mario Bros. U plus new Super, okay, we don't need that. Yoshi's Woolly World, cool. Blah, blah, blah. Animal Crossing, another series that didn't get its own game on the Wii U. We got this Amiibo Festival. Everybody was waiting for the next Animal Crossing installment, and we got a party game that wasn't that good. Mario Tennis Ultra Smash wasn't that good. Xenoblade Chronicles X, one of the best games on the system, people are still begging for. 2015 did have some heat, but then you get to 2016. Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD, which was cool. It's another little port that I'm not gonna be mad at. Pokken Tournament, dope. Star Fox Zero. This is the reason we don't got Star Fox games now, this game. Mario and Sonic at the Olympics. Mario and Sonic was at the Olympics a lot on the Wii U, and as you can see. Tokyo Mirage Sessions FE, a cult classic, didn't hit for a lot of people, and Paper Mario Color Splash. And y'all know how people feel about that game. And then 2017, when it officially died, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, which also released at the same time on the Switch. Now, I'm not saying that these games were bad, but this ain't the same output as the Nintendo Switch. We did get a bunch of Wii U ports the first couple of years of the Switch, but in no means did that carry the system. Let's be real, Mario Kart Deluxe, Pokken Tournament DX, which I feel like a lot of people didn't get to play. Games like that, Bayonetta 2, Tropical Freeze, Hyrule Warriors, Captain Toad, a lot of those games did help, but then the Switch found its own footing and it kept dropping games. It kept dropping games, as you can see in this list. What I will say is the Wii U did some things right that I wish the Switch would have continued, and things that people still want to see. I think a lot of people felt like the Wii U gamepad was ahead of its time. It was something that was comfortable. Despite the battery life being trash, the fact that you can play the game while still watching TV, something that you can do with your Switch when you take it off the dock. But also games like Mario Maker and Nintendo Land really benefited from that touchpad. And Mario Maker had that stylus, which really benefited making levels on the Wii U gamepad. And Mario Maker was a hit, a certified hit. But outside of that, the Wii U gamepad was cool. The problem was a lot of people didn't utilize the games they could have with this gamepad. I think the best thing about the Wii U and what really held it up is two things, really and truly. That's emulation, because the Virtual Console had a bunch of games, and the Virtual Console is the reason I had my Wii U. The reason I kept playing it, because I could play Game Boy Advance games, Nintendo DS games, Super Nintendo, NES. They had a whole library of classic games, and not just what we got with the Wii, Nintendo 64, Super Nintendo. We got the DS and Game Boy Advance classics, on top of some of the things that was in the eShop. But also, if you look on the side of, you know, modding your Wii U, that might have been one of the best systems to mod. There was so much you can do with it. I'm not gonna go into it here, but just know that a lot of people have their Wii U because you could do things to it and have a system that has a lot on it. off of mine, and that will keep the Wii U alive even after this online shuts down permanently on Monday. But again, that was one of my favorite parts of the Wii U, was the virtual console, because they had a lot, and a lot of people feel like this virtual console is better than Nintendo Online. And it may be, because the Wii U has some dope social features, and I think that's what a lot of people miss. Like, Miiverse was great, and then Miiverse was on the Switch. The Switch would be an even better system, but Miiverse was the social network software that the 3DS and the Wii U had that let users share their accomplishments, comments, handwritten notes to other users. It was just cool to see so many Miis walking around in a little lobby, and you could see what games they were playing. It was so much. It's probably the last time you could message other people, talk to other people, and actually have a community, something that's missing with the Switch that every other console and community has, that needs to make a return on the next Switch. And that is absolutely a thing that the Wii U does better, and that's the community. It was its own little space on the internet, and I do miss the drawings, the artwork. There was artwork that people did on the gamepad. YouTube videos could be shared within Miiverse, screenshots. Like, that was dope. It didn't even have a friend list. That's funny, ain't it? But online, outside of the way it worked, because Nintendo Online never worked well, but online was an experience with the Wii U and the 3DS, and it was a social thing, and that's what made Nintendo great in that time period. If the games weren't good, if the system the marketing wasn't as good, the online community was dope, and there's still people today that are playing Splatoon 1 just to feel something, you know. So again, there were things that the Wii U did right, and it'll be the end of the era. I did love the 3DS. The Wii U was cool. I didn't think it was the best system, but it was a system that I did like and enjoy for its features. And that's what I hope that the next Switch or the next Nintendo system will bring, is its social features to add to all of those games that we've gotten. Because the Switch, let's just face it, objectively the Switch is a better system than the Wii U. It did better. People flocked to it more. It did more for Nintendo than the Wii U ever did. And that's unfortunate, because the Wii U wasn't really bad. It just was at the bad hand, and developers, no third-party support. Third-party support was so lacking with the Wii U. And the Switch has so much third-party support, and that's another W from them. And, you know, I didn't think this video was gonna be this long, but I had a lot to talk about. But let me know how you feel about the Wii U, the Switch. Are you finally, you know, are you one of those people that think the Wii U was a golden era? Do you think people hated on it too much? Look, I spent years seeing slander about the Wii U and blah, 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 just for folks, and all of a sudden now, when it's about to close down, say that it was great, we're treating it wrong, blah, blah, blah. Like, where were y'all 10 years ago? I don't know. But that's it for me. Let me know how you feel in the comment section. I appreciate y'all for watching, and goodbye 3DS, goodbye Wii U. It was a time. Let's hope that your legacy positively affects the next system. Bye-bye.